Hello, this is S.K. Williams, and today I would like to talk to you about Mary Sue Ray from Disney's Star Wars sequels. More precisely, I would like to compare Ray to another character some people accuse of being a Mary Sue, or at least the male equivalent of a Mary Sue. Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty. What I mean by that is this. There is a rather common argument that the people who don't like Disney Star Wars are a bit hypocritical since they do like or do not complain about Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty. This argument is a bit unfair for multiple reasons, one of which being that it assumes everyone who hates Disney's Star Wars loves Rick and Morty. I know from experience this isn't true because I'm not a fan of Rick and Morty myself. But I am going to be a little more neutral in this concern, and I have been neutral in opinions of Star Wars before. In fact, although I took it down because I didn't think it was very good, I did a video defending The Last Jedi, even though one of the earliest videos I did on my channel is a review of The Last Jedi where I complained about it, and let's be perfectly honest, I haven't changed my mind. The Last Jedi is a horrible film. But that doesn't mean that every criticism of The Last Jedi is valid. At the same time, what do you say about someone who really loves Rick and Morty and hates Disney Star Wars, and their criticism of Disney Star Wars is that Ray is a Mary Sue? Well, to be fair, Rick is technically not a Mary Sue, but I say this as a technicality. You see, a Mary Sue is someone who is impossibly skilled or talented in some way, with no discernible justification for the character to have said skills. Rick Sanchez certainly has certain attributes of a Mary Sue, in that he is extraordinarily skilled and never in any real danger because of all of his intellect and planning and brilliance and what have you. He is impossibly skilled, but he's technically not a Mary Sue because he is an old man who has been going on the sorts of adventures he's been going on for years. So combining his years of experience with a background we know nothing about, but which could very easily include education in such matters, really mitigates against the claim that he has these talents unjustifiably. Though that's not to say the complaint is completely invalid for that point. You see, Rick is still impossibly skilled and talented, and no amount of life experience would make you as infallible as Rick is often portrayed. And I know some will justify it by saying he's not infallible because of conflict, but what I mean is infallible in the specific instances where he needs to be impossibly talented to get out of a situation. And there is some justification for him being overly skilled. So, the criticism of him being a Mary Sue, while not technically accurate, is still to some degree valid. But there is a reason why it works with Rick Sanchez, and not with Ray from Star Wars. That reason is because Ray is male, and women just suck. Okay, I'm joking about that, but Disney Star Wars, the Disney officials have been claiming misogyny. It's not really about that. If Ray is male and had the same story arc, it would be just as irritating. And if Rick Sanchez was female, it would be just as allowable. And it's for a very, very, very simple reason that I don't know why Disney or other people who defend Disney Star Wars, be they shills or be they fans who simply like it, don't seem to realize, and that is genre. What I mean by that is this. Rick and Morty is a comedy. You can actually do things in comedies that you can't get away with in dramas or any other genre. And you can get away with them precisely because what they're doing is either immediately funny in its own right, or at least sets a premise up so that jokes can be told. Setting Rick Sanchez up as this ubermensch, this brilliant mind who can do anything and who's adventurous and reckless, is actually combined with him being so jaded that he just doesn't care anymore, and sets up for situations which are at least intended to be humorous. Now, I never really liked Rick and Morty, but I still recognize that it's a comedy show. I mean, It's no more problematic that Rick would know everything and be perfect at everything and be skilled at everything than it is that the Roadrunner would manage to avoid all the traps from Wile E. Coyote, or that Bugs Bunny would be able to defeat Elmer Fudd as easily as he does. The reason it's okay for Rick Sanchez to be this way is because it's meant as a joke. Rick and Morty is not dramatic, it is comedic. And while Rick and Morty has done certain episodes with dramatic overtones, the overall series is in fact comedic in nature, whereas Star Wars is not. Rey is not given her skills and talents to make us laugh. She is given these skills and talents because she is supposed to be someone we take seriously as a hero. I may go into greater depth about this topic in the future, but I thought I'd do a quick hot take since I am trying to keep my channel alive, and I'm rapidly running out of the older commentaries I did, at least on the hard drive that I am using, the external storage hard drive. I think I have a few more that I could use if I dig them up, but for now, I am going to let you go. Thank you, God bless, and goodbye.